The well-known group of Iran is now killing those who have been seen as social outcasts.
The Guard Corps, as known as by the Revolutionary Iranian Guard Corps, is trained to kill those who are not acceptable in the social life of Iran.
Target for terrorism were India, Israel, Hamas, Hezbollah, Iraq, and Kenya. By this year, the group is now 33 years old.
You're watching Hessism News at 5.
I'm Abby Skoda.
I'm Samantha Lyons.
And I'm Peyton Stott. The Revolutionary Iranian Guard Corps was under the power of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. November 15, 2000, in Central Ride, at the junction of Aruba Road, a car bomb killed British national Christopher Rodaway and injured his wife Jane. The bomb was placed underneath his vehicle and detonated as it approached a traffic signal. This is one of many incidents similar to this, leading up to even today. On August 26, 2012, Special Security Police arrested 2 Saudis and 6 Yemenis from cells operating in Riyadh and Jeddah. The men had been in contact with al-Qaeda outside the kingdom. The police recovered an extensive stockpile of explosives and bomb-making equipment from the mosque in Riyadh. The men had built and tested explosive devices in the desert outside the city. Saudi Arabia has many troubles with terrorism involving the countries around it.
Iran has been known for its Guard Corps. After the fall of Shah, Iran created the Revolutionary Iranian Guard Corps. This was to promote the policies of the social life in Iran. After a lust of power, the Guard Corps tried to separate their ideology to neighboring countries, bringing terrorism. They trained the neighboring countries to eliminate the social outcasting. Its target for terrorism were India, Israel, Iraq, and Kenya. Iran was also known for the location of al-Qaeda was as well.
The annual death toll from terrorist attacks has risen from 164 in 2003 to 3,318 in 2009, with a total of 35,000 Pakistanis killed as of 2010. Pakistan's political situation suddenly changed and thereafter saw dictatorship-type behavior at different levels appearing in the civil service. Other causes such as political rivalry and business disputes also took their toll. Terrorism in Pakistan originated with supporting the Soviet war in Afghanistan. At the end of the Soviet war in Afghanistan, between 1990 and 1996, the Pakistani establishment continued to organize, support, and nurture Mujahideen groups or premise that they could be used for proxy warfare in the Indian state of Jammu or Kashmir in support of the doctrine of strategic depth in Afghanistan through the use of the Taliban.
Iran. Today, of the 98% of Muslims living in Iran, around 89% are Shiite and only around 9% are Sunni. There is a common theme of subordination that comes from the fact that religion has placed strict laws on the actions of women in Iran. Al-Sharia dictates the way that women are able to act in different Muslim countries. The people of Iran, especially the women, have a negative attitude toward veiling, dating, women's dress code, and the general view on women Islam holds. Iran has a heterogeneous population, speaking a variety of Indo-Iranian, Semitic, and Turkish languages.
Now I'm here with Muhammadiyah, who is from Iran. How would you explain what your country looks like the geography of it?
Okay. Both sides of the family live in the desert and the mountains of Iran. I have visited the subtropical of Iran as well. The country is between Caribbean Sea and the Persian Gulf, while its borders Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Pakistan, Turkey, and Turkmenistan. The soil underneath my town is extremely rich of fossil fuels. Iran contains at least 1/10 of the planet's oil reserve and the produces of 40 onshore and offshore oil fields.
Can you describe your government? What kind of ruling do they have?
Our government is Theocracy, is an Islamic republic. The local councils are elected by a public vote of 4-year term. They have many different responsibilities, including electing mayors, supervising the activities, and Our president is Muhammad, and other supreme leaders is Ali Khamenei.
What kind of economy do you have? Is it a good economy or is it a bad economy?
Our currency is Iranian rial, and the financial year is the 21st of March to the 20th of March. The GDP growth is at least 94%, and the GDP per capita $13,104. The labor force is 25.7 million, and the unemployment rate is at least 12.3%. We export $84.31 billion and import $58.97 billion. The goods that are important are industrial raw materials and intermediate good, capital foodstuff, and other customer goods in the technical services.
Saudi Arabia. It consists 90% of Arabs and 10% of Afro-Asian. It is also 100% Muslim. Among certain obligations for Muslims are to pray 5 times a day, at dawn, noon, afternoon, sunset, and evening. The exact time is listed on the local newspaper each day. Friday is the Muslim holy day. The family and tribe are the basis of the social structure. Arabic is not the official language of Saudi Arabia, but English is widely spoken.
Hello everybody, I am Abby Skoda, and I am here with Alietta from Saudi Arabia. So, Alietta, what is your country like? What is it like?
Well, it is like the desert terrain where it's very harsh weather, and the country is lined along the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf in the north of Yemen. My village just recently suffered from a dust storm, and the whole country is suffering from desertification, and oil spills near the Gulf, and there's lack of fresh water resources.
I'm sorry. Well, you heard it, people. Don't vacation in Saudi Arabia.
Unless you want to stay
Everywhere. Okay. What is your government like? Can you describe your government?
Well, my government is monarchy. The king of Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, who was accepted to the throne in 2005. And there aren't any political parties in my country, but the national elections are permitted. And the Saudi Arabian government is the 7th most authoritarian regime among the 167 countries.
Oh, cool. That, my friend, is cool. Well, how's your country's economy? How is that? Is it good or is it bad, or what is it like?
Well, my country's economy, our currency is Saudi Riyal. In the fiscal year is the normal calendar year. And the GDP growth is at 6.5%, and the GDP per capita is at $31,275. And the labor force is at 60.63 million, and the unemployment rate is at 10%. And we export $381.5 billion, and we import $136.8 billion. And the types of goods that we actually import are machinery equipment, food items, various chemicals, and motor vehicles and textiles.
That is interesting. Lots of importing and exporting.
Pakistan. Pakistan has several languages that is spoken there. Punjabi, Pashto, Sindhi, Saraiki, Urdu, Balochi, and many others. Their ethnic groups are Punjabis, Pashtuns, Sindhis, Balochs, Muharis, Saraikis. They have several religions: Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Sikhism. And their music is ghazal, Sufi, folk, and qawwali.
Hello everyone, I'm Samantha, and I'm here with Kashmir from Pakistan. I'm going to ask her a few questions. Kashmir, could you tell us what your geography is like in Pakistan?
I live in the mountainous terrain where temperatures can range from over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, you would die, to below 0 degrees. The country
country is lined along Iran, Afghanistan, China, and India. My family and I live near the fertile land along the Indus River. And we have to rebuild our village multiple times due to catastrophes when monsoon season comes.
And would you tell us what your government is like?
Well, our government is headed by the Prime Minister, who is selected by the National Assembly. The president that is selected for head of state is elected for a 5-year term. 5 years. I think it's too long, but okay. Anyway, any other questions you'd like to ask?
I would like to ask you, how is your economy these days?
Oh, our economy, I guess, like, okay, so our currency is Pakistani rupee. Rupee! And the fiscal year is from July 1st to June 30th. The GDP growth is at 3.7%, and the GDP per capita is $2,876. We're so rich. The labor force is 7.63 million, and the unemployment rate is 5.6%. We export $24.66 billion and import $40.82 billion. The goods that are imported are petroleum and petroleum products, machinery, plastics, transportation equipment, edible oils, paper products, iron, steel, and my favorites, tea.
Oh, I see that tea would be your favorites. Well, thank you, Kashmir, for coming down and letting us interview you. You sound like you love your land.
No.
Okay, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Back to you at the station.
This is Peyton Stott here at the scene in Pakistan, and suddenly there's a terrorist attack happening, and the citizens, they're running frantic. Okay.
Whoa, Peyton, is everything okay? Oh, gosh. Well, we can't keep the president waiting, now can we? With us on the line is Mr. President Barack Obama. Thank you, Mr. President, for being with us today.
Glad to be here, Abby.
How's the controversy being helped today in Iran?
The Iranian Party of God was waged terrorist attacks against U.S. institutions in the Middle East, one being in Iran. At this time in 1996, Clinton signed a law that would impose U.S. sanctions against foreign governments that have close economic ties with Libya and Iran. This can also help the controversy in Iran.
Now, how is it being helped in Saudi Arabia?
Since we rely on Pakistan, the U.S. will definitely help the terrorist attacks there as well. President Musharraf had agreed to full cooperation with the UD following a terrorist attack. He then sealed Pakistan's border with Afghanistan and exchanged intelligence with it.
And now, how is terrorism being helped in Pakistan?
The U.S. is battling against this international terrorism as well as in Saudi Arabia. We had tracked down Bin Laden in Saudi Arabia while he had been planning attacks there. The U.S. stopped it just in time, and I can see us continue this triumph well into the future if we continue to send more troops to stop the chaos.
Wow, Mr. President. Thank you very much.